All right, a little story time. I want to discuss pick me black people. Um, I'm black, obviously. Um, and what I mean by pick me is when I use the term pick me in front of another person, I'm basically saying that this is the type of person that is pandering to another group of people to make themselves look better, to align themselves with those people's morals or whatever. So in this case, let me turn this down. So in this case, when I'm saying pick me black people, I'm referring to black people who pander to the white establishment. And I'm going to give an example. I used to work at a store owned by white people who, it was their business. It's a capitalist company. Nothing wrong with that. But they don't treat their employees right. And their whole mantra for their company is about accountability and self-reliance and we want to help our employees better themselves in their personal lives and improve their selling skills and all this stuff. I was a manager there off and on for a little over 2.5, 3 years. And I can tell you that that is not the case at all. And what's interesting is was really good friends with somebody that used to work there. Now, I got fired about a month ago for something that I actually did. It was my fault. I had an inappropriate relationship with one of my sales associates on my sales team. He and I are still in a relationship, so it wasn't totally not worth it. But what's interesting is other people in the company have done the same thing and actually produced children out of their unions and have had their drama spill out onto the work floor. Mine never did that. These individuals were also white. Myself and my partner are black. So although I took accountability because I was wrong, I'm a manager, I shouldn't be having any type of relationship with a sales team associate at all. Absolutely not. And what's funny, I actually don't believe in dating people that you work, but the irony was I ended up falling for this guy, and that's life. That's how shit happens. So what's interesting though is when I was being let go, I just kept thinking to myself, like, how is this fair? Why is it that my white counterparts have done the same thing, have actually produced children in their unions, and have had actual drama spill out onto the workplace floor when mine was only a 3-month affair and no one knew about it until someone told on me? But I took it on the chin. It is what it is. Definitely a little bit bitter about it. I mean, who wouldn't be? Especially to get fired the same month as Christmas. Thankfully, I don't have any children, so that's a good thing. So let me get to the pick me part. So said friend that works there is black. He is mixed race. But I've noticed that he tends to align himself with whiteness over blackness. So much so to the point where it's a little cringy. And I found out a couple weeks ago that he was the one that in fact had told on me. And what bothers me is we're supposed to be friends, but you tell on me. So I let it go. I've known this information for a while now. It was definitely eating up at me, but I never said anything to him. Flashback to a few days ago, I was speaking to my partner, and that friend sent him a message asking about he and I. And I blew my top. I was livid because I'm like, wait a minute, you don't even like my partner. You haven't even checked in on me, and we're supposed to be friends, and you're asking about our business. And it just gave nosy and messy. So I ended up reaching out to him and basically told him to stay out of my business. I know it was you. That wasn't cool. You're dead to me. We're not cool anymore. Now, I did say to him, I said, it's interesting that you would align yourself with a company that doesn't care about you and would drop you the moment their bottom line isn't met. That you would align yourselves with that. And for me, that's pick me energy, because why are you pandering to a group of people who don't care about you, who don't who don't value you as a person at all. Right now, you're just a warm body and you're doing their bidding for them. And the moment they don't need you anymore, they're going to discard you as if they never knew you. Because I've noticed with this job, and they did it with previous people, and they've also done it with me, the moment they get rid of someone or someone quits, they act like that person doesn't exist. And I think that's kind of messed up, because at jobs, we forge relationships with each other. And I don't know, maybe it's because I'm too empathetic. I just think I don't think that's cool. And my problem with pick-me black people is they're dangerous, because these are the people that will go against their own kind to appease their oppressor, to the point where they will oppress their own kind to get ahead. And to me, that is what I would consider to be crab in a barrel syndrome, because that's holding your fellow person back. At the end of the day, you treat people the way you want to be treated, and by deeming another group to be better than the one that you're in is not okay. So I don't like pick-me's. And in this situation, I don't like pick-me black people. I find them dangerous. I live in the South. I'm not from the South. I'm actually from the West Coast, but I live in the South, and I have to deal with racism and racist microaggressions every day, especially at that job. And me being one of very few black females that work there, especially the only black female in a leadership position, it got to be tough at times, because I am smart, I am articulate, and I'm able to see through the bullshit. And having to suppress my temper and wanting to check people was constant on a daily basis. So for in this case, for the case of, it's a lot of words salad, but for the sake of this story, my friend, for me, is a pick-me, and it's really disappointing. And what's really sad is when I confronted this person, they didn't do what a friend would do. If a friend sent me the text that I sent this person, I would have been like, hey, friend, let me call you. What's going on? Why are you saying this to me? But instead, this person immediately went into the defense mode and threw back in my face that they had helped me at some point in my life, which, sidebar, I'm super grateful for that and always will be. But just because someone helps you doesn't mean that you get to lay over and let them run over you whenever they want because they helped you. I thanked you for it. I expressed my gratitude, and we move forward. But this person's response was nothing but red flags for me. And it let me know, oh, so you really did say everything. You're not even trying to deny it. You're just being defensive instead of being mature and an adult and calling your friend up. Hey, friend, you're upset. What's going on? So if you find yourself in a situation with a pick-me type person, whether you're black, white, Hispanic, Asian, Indian, black, green, yellow, red, whatever you are, whatever race, color, creed, religion, and you find yourself in a situation with someone who's a pick-me, be mindful of them and be mindful of their movement, because that person is not your friend and is not there for you. And people like that are dangerous. This has been my TED Talk. Hope you guys are enjoying your Saturday.